What's up, you hooligans?
It's Laser Abhi. Abhi
It's
pants.
Aggie. It's Aggie, remember?
God damn it, I don't do it, and then you call me out on it.
I'm just kidding. For the longest time, people kept calling me Aggie. I was like, man, this is going to be a thing.
What do you
And
mean? They're still doing it, brother.
that's true.
It's still happening.
It's kind of stopped a little bit, which I'm happy about. But I'm hoping the new trend that Rocco created won't start where people
Oh,
start calling me Vito.
Vito, because I haven't watched it yet. Been out traveling, man. Has been nuts. But yeah, I cannot wait. So, no spoilers.
Yeah.
Was it worth watching with Rocco?
Oh, dude, it was a fun segment for sure. Like he's very entertaining to talk to. Yeah,
I
definitely.
did the one show with Laser Pants,
Yep,
man, and yeah,
that
that
was
was a fucking
nuts.
blast, dude. And
I
then
watched
it
that
was
one.
on the 100th episode, right,
Yep.
with the Mega Powers, and he just went off the fucking rails, and it was gold, man. I'd never seen him do that, and I'm like, oh my god. In fact, can you talk about Laser Pants real quick? He was sitting here going, "Yeah, I don't know. I want to have Rocco on again." And he said he won't talk to me or some shit. And like it's Scott Hughes, right, is in the chat. And then I'm sitting there, it's like, dude, the last thing you said to him was on that episode. And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, Rocco, go fuck yourself. And you logged off.
I think they have a good banter back and forth.
Oh yeah,
That
man.
was a lot of fun
Oh
for
my
sure.
god. Yeah, that was some callback here. And
So
everybody, as you
what's
guys
up
were
to the
doing
chat?
this, yeah, that's what's up to the chat. I saw Roll Keeper out here.
Roll
And
keeper, what's up, man?
Shane.
Shane,
Sam.
Sam.
I love Samuel Edwards.
I love the
Uh,
fists.
Down under, we got Tristan T.
Tristan, what's up?
Menjoza.
So you roll call everyone, huh? I don't do
I
that at all.
kind of, and I mean, I kind of go briefly now. Like tonight, I want to do it, especially because Tom, son of a crayon
Mhm.
slayer, if I can name drop you, buddy. So I got to meet him at ZoloCon.
Ooh,
So we had a lot of fun. We got to have dinner together,
see,
and
that's fun, man.
it's a lot of fun. And we'll probably talk about that, later as far as all the cons go. But I definitely want to say hey. And then people like this, where I'm like, Stacy, and I have to yell her name out.
You know, the funny thing is, I started doing that too.
Did you? Sorry, Abby. Got them damn letters backwards.
Dude,
See?
again, you're not the only one. So many people do it. It's so funny.
But yeah, Roll Keeper is another one we got to hang out with again. Shit, Dan. I think of hanging out with Dan. Is that our fourth hangout, or is there a
See,
third
that's
hangout,
cool.
Dan? And TK, Kaiju F and Kitty, and another guy here, Woody. I got to
Woody.
hang out with again. I think that
Yep.
was my second time hanging out with Woody. Which fun that I'm having to try to remember this man as we go and hang out. And like the weird thing, Master Son that I've hung out with before. It looks like Master Son and I are going to hang out at DFW again. It's like when I hung out with Duarte.
Yep.
It's like I'd hung out with him. I mean, we streamed together before, we talked, and then when we hung out, it's like we'd always been hanging out,
I mean,
right?
that's the fun thing about it, right? Like I did it completely backwards, right? I started on the con scene and then went to YouTube, so it's been a little different with everyone else's experiences. But like, it's been fun networking and at the cons itself, and then going to YouTube is like, hey, I've talked to you before. How you doing?
Yeah, it's like we're just hanging out, doing the same
Yeah.
thing. Like Blake, just I had never verbally talked to Blake.
Hmm.
Got to break his YouTube cherry. And Blake,
Right.
like I was telling Blake this, like Ninja and Jerk were complimenting how well he did. Like it didn't seem like that was his first time at all, and I agree.
Yeah.
Great conversation. As we're just talking back and forth now. Finally, it's like we'd always been talking. So I
I mean,
bet
that's awesome.
when I hang out with him, it's gonna probably be the same thing. When I finally get to hang out at DFW again, looks like that's when I want to see Blake in real life.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It was
See,
all-
DFW, that's one of those cons I really
Yeah.
want to go to because it seems to be like the big network con that everyone is going to.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And to
Yeah.
leave, this guy just hit his milestone
Yep.
of 100. And I mean, that is nothing to scoff at, man, especially in a short amount of time. It's
Exactly.
hard, man. It's harder than them algorithm streets.
Trust me, it's hard.
I think there we go. Then we can segue off of that. We said hey to everybody, and we'll say hi to more people as they pop in and whatnot. But yeah, let's talk about that. Oh, sorry, Wayne. One more. I gotta shout out my boy Mikey, who will be on Mega Powers later tonight with me. I like to meet Zinky. Big queso dip. You mean the Blanco queso dip? I'm assuming is what you mean.
El Blanco.
You son of a bitch. I love Mikey. I can't wait to hang out with him. Like we just talked at DFW, like,
Yeah.
and that was it. And now we've become,
Close.
close, like brothers.
Send each other text messages at late at night.
Because I mean, I don't sleep. Kind of like Scott Hughes. Scott Hughes is a machine, but I beat that machine 3 fucking times. 3 times. Count them up,
like
Scott. But so yeah, Talib talk about the 100 subs, man. I mean, especially as you're trying to learn the game, you're trying to get in the algorithms right. It's hard. So now you hit 1K
1K
on
Did it.
3POA. I'm tired of talking about fucking laser pants. You
I'm
hit
not.
that, and dude, I mean, I'm moderating. Scott's moderating.
Yeah.
Actually, shout out to Talib. Talib and I were doing like real time refreshes, seeing that mark. And you was it you were 8?
I was at 896 right before I jumped
Right before
on
the show?
backstage. Yeah, right before the show. So, like, I mean, even Laser Pants was saying like how shocked he was that it went up. He's like, I didn't expect this, and I mean, I didn't either, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So talk about that. Well, like that. Expand on the
I was
1K during that episode.
I was in shock. I didn't believe it. Reality, like I didn't believe it. I was like, no way. There's no effing way. Then I saw the number and I stayed in shock. I think I finally started getting out of it on like Saturday. That's when it kind of hit me like, holy shit, we hit 1K. Like, holy crap.
Well, and
Let's
then
do this.
like sitting here and watching that in real time, the numbers, like, they stalled. I'm like, oh, well, obviously he might get a few more, as the
Mm,
show progresses, right?
yep.
And then it was like fucking tidal wave, man. As Talib and I are refreshing, it's just like bam, 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 bam. Like, oh, here's 1, here's 2. Then all of a sudden there's 20. Like, oh
Yep.
shit. Okay, well,
See, I wasn't watching it live. I was just trying to make sure that my internet doesn't crash since I was in a hotel room.
I think Vishay talked about it too. Like, yeah, we're all in there watching it live, and it just was fucking crazy. It went from, oh, there's no fucking way to, oh, he's within a shot to where even I posted, I was like, oh man, I'd love for you to hit 1K on my show so I can steal that thunder. And when I
Yep.
said it, I was like, well, it's stagnating out. And then bam, it's like, oh shit, we're gonna fucking do that giveaway
Yep.
after Brandon shot his mouth off. 'Cause I bet you Brandon didn't think that was gonna happen either, and that's why he did it.
Yep. He was surprised for sure.
That Hot Toys,
The Hot Toys.
Mandalorian Boba Fett,
No, it was Boba Fett, like 2-pack, the deluxe.
the
Had
deluxe,
2 different Boba Fetts inside of it.
which was really cool.
Yeah.
So now,
I still,
go
I
ahead.
still need to pick up a Hot Toys now go dig in my closet to see which Hot Toys I'm going to give away on Friday.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I added that. I made a list actually in the description of the. I went ahead and added a trigger as well just for shits and giggles.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like,
You were so stoked. You're like, let's just fucking do it.
you guys deserve it, right? So why not? Shit, it's an appreciation show, so that's
Yeah.
what we're appreciating.
Heck yeah. So yeah, so let's talk about that. So the 1K happens.
Hmm.
You're like, whoa, shit, here we go. But you already had the plans in place. You knew
Yeah.
what was going to happen. You had that goal. What was it? Was it Valentine? No, March 8th. Was that the goal for
March 7th.
1,000? You're
March
like,
7th, yeah.
hopefully hit it, and we're
Yeah.
doing it here.
Exactly.
Has that timetable changed at all, or that's sticking with that?
Well, I mean, March 7th, we're going to stick with that timetable to do the. That's the giveaway party, right? So that's the date. The only difference now is I'm still fighting with YouTube right now. Apparently, they marked my channel as safe for kids, and I was like, no, that's not true at all. Um,
Yeah, because there's that little deal. I immediately was like,
oh
not
no,
safe for
yeah,
kids.
all my videos are not marked for kids at all. So that's what YouTube chat support said to me because I was like, hey, I was able to unlock everything except for memberships. What's going on? They were like, "Oh, it's because you have too many videos safe for children," and I was like, "That's not true at all. Like none of my videos." And I ran a report and looked, and they lied to me. And then she hung up the chat, or like left. Then I had to go a different route and did
Oh,
like a ticket.
really?
Yeah, it was weird. I did a ticket, and they were like, "Well, just wait 24." Or they said wait 48 to 72 hours, which was last week. So, and I still haven't unlocked it yet.
I will tell you, like the bigger you get, what I've heard from the larger streamers is having an advocate, right? Where
Hmm.
they assign someone to you,
Hmm.
and they everyone I've talked to, or I said not that I've talked to in person, all the streams I've watched where they talk about it, they said that is well worth it. So you can get that kind of shit handled,
Okay.
or strikes, or someone attacks your stream and you get false strikes on your stream.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've been good on that end so far. Granted, who knows what's going to happen in the future, but for now, I'm
Yeah,
going to keep that battle going with YouTube, and hopefully we can unlock memberships. I mean, that was the whole plan, right? I want the memberships just so I can do stuff for members. Like that was the whole idea. We have a
yeah.
lot of ideas planned out for members, so one day we'll get it unlocked and we'll start doing some fun things.
Is there? Can you talk about one of the ideas, or you want to hold that?
Well, I do plan to move open mic night to members only.
Do members only? Would it be
Yeah,
safe, or we?
it
You've had
will
those
be.
conversations lately.
Yes, it will be a lot safer. And then also the giveaways. I want to do it for members.
Oh
That's
yeah, that
the
makes
people.
sense.
Yeah, I mean that's where it's gonna go. It's a lot of that stuff is gonna move over to members only. And then we'll do a new show on Tuesday likely. Again, I don't know when in the future this will happen. I like open mic night. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I like that trend. I want to see it keep going. But we may do just something different on
Yeah.
Tuesday nights, like maybe like a game. Uh, you know,
Trivia night on
I don't know
3K
if I'll
always
do
pretty
trivia.
fun.
I don't know if I'll
I
do trivia,
maybe
but
I would do a different form. Probably not
definitely do something
80s,
different.
90s trivia. Maybe do something different there.
Yeah, definitely something different. But I have a few ideas jotted down, and I think we're gonna start doing pre-recorded videos as well. Like we've started with like Friday nights when I'm out of town. We started doing a lot of the
The
yeah,
pre-records.
yeah, the pre-recorded. We call it the
Yeah.
lounge, right? The show is called the FFC Lounge.
Well, you've had some
So
really good pre-records. I mean, you've had Robo, right?
that's the only one I've done so far.
I thought we had another pre-record.
It hasn't aired yet, but I have one with Art G as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Again, this is where I'm in my head going,
yeah,
like, what I know and what has happened aren't
yeah,
necessarily the same thing.
yeah. So we have one with you can start seeing it because end of March I'm going to Toylanta. So that Friday I'm going to be missing a stream, but hopefully I'll do some pre-records while I'm there because Robo's going to be there, Shardamus is going to be there, so
That'll
it'll
be
be fun to
cool.
hang out with those guys. And then and I think Simple Tricks and Nonsense will be there too, so it'll be fun.
I would say, I don't think this is true, Sam. I don't think he was scared to go live. I
He
got
wasn't,
so
yeah.
meeting Robo. I got met him at Dallas Fort Worth or Dallas Fan Expo,
Okay.
and I literally walked off with my wife, and I was like, "Oh hey," I think I said Robo don't know. Just yelled that out to him as I was walking by, and that was my plan. Just
Yeah.
hey man, really enjoy your content, and then keep on going. And then, I mean, hey, you think I'm a chatty Cathy?
Well,
And he
Robo
just
can talk.
started. He just
Yeah.
started. He was like, I didn't want to bother him, and he just started. He was like, "Oh hey," and then we started talking, and I was like, "Okay." And I tried to like leave. I don't want to take
he,
his time up,
he
man.
pulled you back. He pulled you back.
And he was continuing the conversation. I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Yeah. So yeah, we had a great
He's
conversation. He's
super
super nice,
nice. Yeah,
man.
super nice guy. I talked to him at LegionsCon for like 30 minutes. And then the funny thing is the pre-record video, right?
Oh, that's fair, Sammy. In our hood, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that is actually a very fair statement. Uh, on the pre-record when I did with him, the show he told me he only had an hour.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's fine. That'll work because I was like, I only need an hour's worth of footage. We talked for 5 hours that night.
You said the editing was going to be
Yeah,
a nightmare trying to
and it
get
was
that.
like I could have cut it into two videos, honestly. Like it was ridiculous, and he just kept like I was trying to end it, and then I was like, listen, it's midnight, I gotta go, and then he just kept going, and then we ended up talking more. Then 1 o'clock came, 2 o'clock came, and I was like, all right, dude, it's 2 o'clock in the
It's
morning.
like maybe you don't. Maybe an hour in your Robo world doesn't mean what you think
Yeah,
it means.
I mean, but again, it was really cool because like I didn't know he was a big fan of wrestling like that. So when I discovered that, that's something we ended up bonding on and talking about. So that was really fun.
We're not talking wrestling in this show.
That's fine.
Even though I broke kayfabe, everyone knows
I know.
I got my little wrestling setup over here, but I like
Uh,
popping it out every once in a while. Oh,
yeah.
shout out to J Mac.
Oh, dude.
This guy over here was a blast to meet. And okay, J Man, let me know in the chat. Is it Jamie or is it Amy? Because I thought it was Amy, but I am bad about names until I see you like repeatedly.
Hmm.
But yeah, he went up and gave me this Deadpool Wolverine, the Hugh Jackman head
Yeah, yeah.
sculpt. And I'm like, why do I have this? He's like, oh man, I know you'd love that head sculpt. And he's not wrong. So I'm like, oh, this is fucking cool. And then I didn't bring his Elite Praetorian with me because I couldn't pack it in my luggage. Like my luggage is packed. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna have to send it to you, man. So I felt bad.
Oh,
Luckily,
dude.
Bobby did have Elite Praetorians at the show for ZoloCon, so that was
Yeah.
cool. I'm sending you something,
J-Mac is
J Mac.
awesome. J-Mac is awesome. He was my proxy.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, he was my proxy at ZoloCon, and he definitely picked up a few things for me. So I appreciate you, Jamie,
Yes,
for
he
that.
did. He was talking about all the stuff he was grabbing for you. And I'm like, I have a couple people I was grabbing stuff for. And then I'm like, am I an asshole? I should have reached out to other people going, hey, are you needing anything? Because it's shit I'm not thinking about,
Yeah.
especially when Bobby goes, hey, we're going to have 5 secret drops that are happening for the show. We're like, wait, what? When?
Yeah.
I wasn't
That.
planning on that. And then we show up to the show and it's like, oh shit,
Yep.
this is cool.
Well, the cool thing, he put it on the website too, so I was able to get all the other stuff.
He did put those on the
Yeah,
website.
yeah, it's on the website, so I was able to pick up all the other stuff, and then Jamie hooked me up with the exclusive.
Okay, that's fucking
Well,
cool.
apparently someone else was shopping for me because Bobby was like, "How many people did Abhi send to buy stuff for him?" Because he wasn't the first one. Apparently, I don't know who the other person is right now, to be honest. But
Oh, because you didn't say anything, like
I
didn't
didn't
say
say anything
something
to
to
anyone
you,
else,
so
so
other people are sitting there. I'm gonna hook Abby up.
yeah. So I'm just like, I'm curious now to see who said my name when buying from Bobby.
Well, the funny thing, Jamie, I hadn't heard this. I don't think is I ended up before. So I
Yeah,
I
man.
I had 2 flights out, and then I ended up Dallas Fort Worth going out to Philly. Our flight was delayed, and it was retarded. Why?
Oh,
It was catering. That's what we found out.
interesting. Okay.
Catering. I'm waiting on what first class to get something because I got cookies. I got those little biscotti deals or whatever. Dude, we can go. Land us in Philly. I'll eat later, man. I don't care if I don't
Exactly.
have
Yeah.
cookies, man.
How long
So
was the
I
flight?
watched
Yeah.
Deadpool Wolverine twice. And I
Oh,
could have started a third time by the time we were getting to Philly. So that's how long I was on the tarmac and then the air and then to land. It was stupid. So when he hands
that's
me that figure,
ridiculous.
I'm like, my God, I got to watch this guy for hours. So it's just weird.
That's horrible.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So yeah, we cut you off as far as like the future.
Well, I mean, we're gonna do some more pre-recorded stuff like that's not like show oriented, right? Like we do pre-record lounge, that's like a full show. I call it the empty arena, but we will start doing some smaller like videos as well. Like I think I'm gonna like cut a video soon, like just figure showcase, like show off a figure, talk about it. I'm not a reviewer, honestly, just because I can't use all the terms properly and
You could, but then it's like when there's so many. This is where I was at
yeah,
with that. I'm
yeah,
like, there's so many people that do it really well on the
yeah.
lines that I'm already collecting. I'm like, I'll just do like impressions, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and I like what I do when I open a toy, like a new toy that I want to open, and I'll do the same thing. I'll just show it, and that's literally it's like 5 to 10 minutes, small like videos that will just showcase a toy, talk about it a little bit, and then yeah, that's it. I figured those would be cool too because I collect a lot of the third party stuff,
Bear
which
with me as my internet gets angry.
but yeah, no, I collect all the third party stuff, so I think that would be cool to showcase and show off. Because I'm the guy who'll buy 2 crappy Sub Zeros from 5K.
Yeah, you will. But you said now you
Yeah,
corrected that with it was just the pants, right? That was the
well
biggest
the
issue.
well the pants and the hands. I've corrected the pants. The hands still I need to drill something in like a bigger hole in the hands and put something in there to make sure it works fine.
So that's cool. So now you're happy with the figure.
I mean,
It's
once you take off
passable.
once you take off the pants, dude, like articulation is amazing on the figure.
Okay, so where were you at? So from a 1 to 10, you were previously.
One previously, I would say even like I have to fix the hands. still. So I'm at a 7 right now.
Hey, man. Okay, that's better.
That's a big jump. Yeah.
That's a big jump
But
from a
granted,
1.
but I still have to use like Mesco quality like cloth goods in order to fix it, right? So
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of that.
What's up,
How you
Yojo
doing,
Daddy?
man? But yeah, but other than that, I mean, we're just gonna continue grinding. I mean, we gotta hit 2K next, right? That's the next big milestone.
So that's
So
what I'm saying. So, I mean, as far as YouTube's concerned, as far as milestones,
yeah, every 1,000, we're gonna keep celebrating.
just do it that way.
Yeah, I figured that's the best way to do it, and as long as you're having fun, man, that's really the biggest thing.
I mean, yeah, man. As
Yeah,
soon as I don't have fun at something, which
yeah.
Stacy, stop it.
Articulation is always
Just,
amazing when the pants come off. That is,
just,
she's not
just.
lying.
I understand she's not lying. Dang it. Oh no, we talked about this guy enough. Apparently, Mr. Laserpants needs you to please pipe it
Sir
down. You're talking a lot here. I
I
texted
know.
I texted him last night. I was like, "Hey, Ninja's talking shit on you. He's saying you're a fake dinosaur collector."
Hey, LP.
You've reached your limit on talking. Shut the fuck up.
Oh man, you know how many sometimes I feel like pressing that button on open mic night. I told Brandon one day I'm
Dude,
gonna
that'd be
do
like the
it
perfect time to do it. Would be that, man.
because it'll be
Shit.
funny too.
It would be funny, and it's all timing, man. When
Yes.
you hit those things. Oh my god, that'd be fucking funny.
I like Jamie's comment too right now.
Where's J Mac?
Another one
Oh,
right
here we
above
go.
it. Yeah.
Yep, I see you. Laser Pants tricked him into saying, "Yeah, Jordan, man, but apparently has PTSD from his behind the scenes guy clip." He's like, "He tricked me." I'm like, "Jordan, how did he possibly trick you into saying that?" He's like, "Well, Mrs. LP, she needs it. She hadn't seen it." So he recorded me saying that. I'm like, "Well, that sounds like that was real dumb for you to do
Well,
that. You
actually,
should have known better."
I don't think he's. I think he's lying there because he said the same thing to me. I'm the behind the scenes guy, but not in that voice. But
That's how he said it. He was tricked. He thought
oh,
only Mrs. LP was going to see this. Come on, brother. Come on.
I've been trying to get Jordan to come on.
Yeah,
Actually,
exactly. This is what he said. He's easy to trick. He'll get over it.
yeah, he will.
Yeah, I had a blast with Jordan.
Yeah,
Although,
he's a
by
good
the
dude.
way, wore my 3POA, which I wasn't thinking about this. And then this guy sat there and said, "Hey, make sure you get your free weapons pack, right?"
Mm.
Jordan said, "Hey, I'm not on that show. I'm not a part of that show. I'm not Ryan." I'm like, "What? Really?"
Oh,
I did not get my free weapons pack. He's like, "We'll talk to Bobby." I'm like, "Brother, if you gave me this much shit about it, get a free weapons pack, the fuck, I'm gonna ask Bobby Valid and go through that shit.
he
Get out
might
of
do
here."
it. I mean, Bobby gave me one or two free figures at Joe Lento. Granted, I bought like 5 boxes of figures, so he threw in one or two. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. What a nice guy.
Well, I did. I dropped way more money than I was expecting.
Oh,
I'll
dude,
tell you
it
that,
always
man.
happens like that at cons, though, man. Like every con I go to, I was like, I think the only con where I actually spent less was Legion's Con last year, or the 2024 Legion's Con,
Yeah.
where I expected to spend more money and I spent less, but I was all out of space. I also bought a Hot Toys,
Dude,
so
yeah, Hot Toys, that's a space eater right there, buddy.
yeah. Dude, the worst story in the world, dude. I'm having my pre-record with Art,
Hmm.
and then Art. I think before that, Art and I showed up at 3 POA on a Wednesday night, I think, and I didn't recognize him, but he was my first purchase at Legion's Con. I bought that damn Hot Toys from Art at Legion's
Oh,
Con, and I
no
was like, and
shit.
I'm here telling Art like I don't remember you, and I was like, well, fuck, I feel like a douche.
I feel like a douchebag. But man, I mean, when it happens, like I know someone
Yeah,
is gonna happen, or I'll be at a con and then someone's gonna introduce themselves and I'll be like, huh? It kind of actually happened with
yeah.
like Thomas Nostalgic comes up to me and I
Mm.
didn't recognize him. And in my defense, he had a hat on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just like a whole, Batman, Bruce Wayne, Superman, Clark Kent scenario. So yeah, I got to run in because I pretty sure I met him one other time, and I've seen him on the streams, obviously. So it was
I mean,
cool. It was cool that he grabbed me because I was not going to recognize Thomas as we were walking around.
to be fair, even at Legion's Con, I was standing next to Ninja for about a good 20, 25 minutes, and I didn't recognize him at all. But he didn't have his mask on, so I didn't recognize him at all until he said something. And I
Yeah.
heard his voice, and I was like, holy shit, you're Ninja.
Ninja.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, I feel horrible. I've been standing next to you for like a 25 minutes.
Yeah, when I ran into him at DFW, I ran into that whole, train of people,
Yeah.
and then he comes up and he's like, "Hey man, I'm Ninja." Well, I didn't recognize him until he said that. I mean, he didn't even have to say he's Ninja. He just could have said, "How's the weather today?"
Exactly.
Pretty nice out, isn't it, kid? I can't do Blake nails the whole ninja voice, man. I've brought shame to my family. I cannot do it anymore. Holy shit. We'll talk about cons then. Let's talk about that. We're talking pre-show about that. The biggest drive for me, obviously, is just meeting people and then hanging out with the friends that I've made already, reconnecting that way.
Yep.
And then
100%.
meeting new people, like this guy right here.
Yep. I mean, that's really the biggest reason why I like going to cons. It's the networking. You network with so many people and you meet so many different people. Like at Legion's Con, I met, like I was kind of like in a bad mood on Friday night when I got there, or Friday when I got to Legion's Con because I had just quit the Alliance and we had like a little thing.
Yeah.
But then I just kind of cleared my head and I was like, well, this is a good thing because now I could just focus on Freaking Fight Club. And I went into networking mode, and after that, it was just great. I met Rocco, met Robo, met a bunch of people. So it
Which
was
that's cool as far as like the business side of it. Like
yeah,
now I'm going to a con. We talked about like I don't know the toy designers. I don't know who did Paint Masters. I don't know the affiliation of the guy behind the booth. I'm like, well, I don't know who that is. The exception would be the Skeletron when Ben. I saw his interview, and then Mikey was like, "Oh man, Ben's great." And then AFA. He was talking to Alan and Trey. I saw that interview, and he during that show he brings out like 3 of Mikey's customs. I'm like, wait, how well do you know Ben? By the way, and also this guy seems awesome. We need to. I don't know. I know. Figured out's not a guest show. Well, fuck that. Let's have Ben on the show.
it could be.
It could be. It could be.
Exactly.
I'm like, or he could do my little tiny show. Yeah.
Or
But
yeah,
Ben was
exactly.
super cool meeting. But then that example was like, I get to meet Corey Kentalupe, if I say that right. So I got to meet them, and I know who they are from Corey's previous history on Hasbro.
Yep.
But then Mikey's like, was Matt not there? I'm like, maybe. I don't know who Matt is. I met a lot of guys over there, and I mean, I don't know. Which, speaking of meeting a lot of guys over here, not in this way.
I was waiting for that one.
Feels like someone's trying to sabotage a show over here, but like talking about networking. I mean, this is one of the first guys I was like, "Hey, man, you should jump on a show." Before I had. Before the pre-move, and I'm like, man, I'd love to hop on sometime. I'm just like, I want to get my shit set up. But he's one of the driving forces. Jerk had me on first, and then I can't remember if it was Chad or Ryan, but Ryan will take credit no matter what of like trying to get me to jump on and do this, and I finally did it.
I mean, it's good. It's been fun, man. I mean, it's very different. So when I was on Plastic Journey when we first started, it was like I was almost like scared. Like every show, I would kind of go into it a little scared, a little timid, shy. But now it's like very different. Maybe it's just more experience.
No
You're kind of
Skyfall.
used to it.
No, I don't. I don't think nice describes him. I don't believe.
He's a sweet potato.
Sweet potato. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what he
I
is.
really forgot about that. And I forgot there was Larry Manchacha. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Yeah, there were so many people, man, to be able to meet and then again network with.
Yeah. So what other cons are you going to this year?
DFW is for
DFW.
sure.
Okay.
That's a done deal.
That's a week difference from Joe Fest, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Joe
so
Fest is the week before,
week
maybe.
before. So I committed to Joe. Well, I mean, I could always get out, but I kind of want to go to DFW because of the people showing up and Joe Fest. I, but it just depends. I've already said yes to Joe Fest, so
Yeah. Now, and speaking of networking, now it's more business. It's not just you going to a con. It's like, well, I did. I made an obligation.
yeah. Well, I mean, but it's not to like the people who run Joe Fest, right? It's just to the friends who are going to Joe Fest. But yeah, Scott will be at Joe Fest because that's more local. So
That's where Scott and I were trying to like plot and plan. And then, by the way, yep, Father Son Galaxy, I did, man. This is another thing that happens to these cons. Like Blake at DFW. I never talked to Blake. I've got pictures with Master Son where Blake's literally right fucking behind me,
right behind you.
but we never talked. I mean, it happens, man, especially when you get more and more people. There's only physically so much room to talk to people, right?
You just gotta get a big group in a big circle.
Okay. We're gonna edit that out. Hopefully LP got bored and he's off on some other stream bothering other people, obviously. Yeah, DFW is definitely. Oh, it's weekend after Joe. Okay, yeah.
The weekend after, yeah.
It'll be the weekend after, and it's gonna be fun. It'll be a blast, and it's gonna be busy. The other con, I mean, IshCon is the one. Legion's Con. Legion's Con. Is that IshCon?
You should come to IshCon. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I know. That's Abhi, guys. You don't understand how Abhi works people over. He beat Bobby Vala down to go to Legion's Con. He's probably going to beat him down to go to IshCon too, probably.
No, to IshCon.
Is it IshCon he's going and not Legion's Con?
He's going to both, I think. But IshCon is the one I got him to go to.
Yeah, what'd I say? He's doing both, man. That's all. It was not on his card. Now it is because of this guy. And they're like, why'd you go to the IshCon and Legion's Con this year? I'm like, I don't know. Blame Abhi.
I mean, well, the truth is, though, North Carolina again has a big group of collectors here. I stopped hunting for a reason because there's just too many of us in this area. So I was just like, you know what? There's no point because it's already ransacked. Yeah, it's already been ransacked, and all the good stuff is gone.
When that's not fun, right? It's like. Well, when the hunt gets that difficult because of location, because geography, you're like, then why am I doing this for?
I mean, the thing is, like, when I was in the DC area, like, I didn't know a lot of collectors, and like, I could find everything in my Target. It was really easy at the time, but today, like here in North Carolina, it's very difficult. Like Raleigh is like a big happening place when it comes to collectors. Yeah, when it comes to collectors, and like I mean, again, we have a group, we have a Facebook group who meets at like different toy stores. In the state once or twice a month, and we buy, sell, and trade, and like hundreds of people show up for it. So
now here's a geography. We're talking is a lot of guys from South and North in the same group.
Oh, the entire state is in the group, but the Raleigh shows are bigger, just because that's generally the most of the population in the Raleigh area that are in the group or are in the group, right? So they're all collectors, and the guys who run the group have done a good job of expanding to like different parts of the state, but the other shows that are not in Raleigh are kind of smaller. So Raleigh shows are fairly large, though.
Yeah, and then man, as far as picking the shows out, and we talked about this a little bit, it's like choosing which show to go to because I mean I still got a real-time job. I've got to keep doing that. And I can only take so much time off.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like, okay, I've got to do these short little weekends. Like for this one, I took Friday and took Monday. And Monday literally is a buffer just in case. And I'm tired, man. This old man's got to get his rest and, recharge his batteries is what he's got to do.
Sleeping is overrated.
Listen, I get that. I understand that. But holy cow. And then, so I'm like, okay, so DFW I want to make happen. Legion's Con is the next one because everyone that went to Legion's Con, because you were at Legion's Con, right? This last one. Everyone and like their mom was at that Legion's Con on that side of the world.
It's a really fun show. They did a really good job this year. I mean, I went in 2022, and this setup was a lot better. Granted, the booths were really close to each other. It was hard to walk sometimes, but they did a really good job.
Yeah, we gotta say hi to Jamie. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
She was awesome. And right here, having a real job sucks. If you can make that your job to go to cons, we just got to get some more subscribers over there to 3POA, sub to Laser Pets. Keep getting those numbers up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to try to beat RG to what, 8K?
We could make it happen.
I don't know, man. RG, just he's on that runaway train, man. I don't know if 3POA is going to catch up to RG.
He's committed. Dude, LP, every con smells bad, man. Like,
oh, Ninja talking about that on his live stream. The to quote Ninja, the onion smell.
so it's certain people. Like, so when I set up when I'm a seller at cons, I definitely have a bowl filled with deodorants. And I think next time I'm gonna be a vendor at a con, I'm gonna do like those little miniature Axe sprays, because then you can get other people like a lot easier. Like
You sit
do
there,
the trick
hey
shot.
man, how's it going?
Exactly, exactly. And like, dude, and the funny thing is, it's sold. We were selling it for $1. And,
What?
And they were selling. People were buying them.
So again, people who know me, they've heard this before. In case people don't know, like I'm smell blind. It's got to be some pungent shit or a specific smell, which I think I just lost pot. I could usually smell pot, and there's a lot of pot going around. I'm not saying, but I'm saying at this last convention, and I didn't smell a damn thing.
Oh wow!
So like cigars,
yeah,
coffee, I could smell. But like if it's like my cappies on something, which is straight ammonia, nothing. I like, hey honey, does this smell like ammonia? And she almost passes out from it. Of course, she's got that Italian nose.
Yeah. No, it's been fun, man. I mean, I know. So Joe Fest is one of them. I think that's in June, and then July is GalaxyCon, or if I could get a ticket to SDCC, I'd rather go there.
My wife goes, hey, on your bucket list, do you want to make that happen? And like, I'm going to say maybe 10 years ago, sure. But like now, dude, that's too many people for me, man. Like I'm good.
Heartbeat. That's like goals. The #1 show of the year. That's the good. That's the
show. So you've never been?
I've never been at SCC.
Okay, yeah, I did. I was like, man, that's too many.
Yeah, I've never been. I mean, we were trying to get tickets to NYCC, but now we were looking into. We actually even like reserved a what's it called, like Airbnb.
Yep.
Or VRBO or whatever they're called. The
B&B.
Yeah. So we got one of those, and we didn't get tickets because D Amazing had told us that you could probably find them, like at the door. But apparently Friday, Saturday, and Sunday had sold out already. So it's just Thursday tickets available.
So wait for my squirrels to catch up.
I was gonna say, did you just get frozen?
Son of a gun. I'm gonna shut Instagram down. I think that might be part of the problem.
Dude, you gotta shut everything down. That's what I do.
Well, I watch other people, and they're like, hey, "Here's 18 screens up." I'm like, "Sweet, I've got 4." Well,
the thing is, your computer's also running a bunch of random crap in the background. Like I always go in and like I'm in my work laptop, so I turn off my Skype and my like all the other stuff that's in the background.
Oh man, I did. I brought up my task manager trying to like pinpoint like, is it my provider? Is it AT&T that's messing me up? That's goofing on me. But whatever. That's a challenge of streaming, by the way, is the technical shit, because I'm not a technical guy, and I've had a crash course in that.
Yeah, I'm anti-technical. That's why I have Brandon.
Brandon is very tech savvy.
That's why
we're just talking about headphones. He's like, oh, I do this, and I link it through this, and I run it through this way, and I got a filter, and then that way everything sounds natural.
Dude,
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
His headphone setup is ridiculous.
Right?
I even downloaded the software and I was so confused. I was like, what do I press? Tell me what to press.
Tell me what to press. Make the magic happen here.
Exactly. And he couldn't help me. I was just too ridiculous with it. So
here we go. Yep. Scott Hughes will never understand he can afford a $40 ticket, $15 Pepsi, $10 parking, $600 Dragonfly, but can't afford a $3 stick of right guard. Priorities, Scott.
It is
priorities.
Yeah, well, the thing is, a lot of people also don't think they smell bad, right? That's the biggest thing.
You honestly, you get used to your own smell, or like me. So at the con, that whole onion smell, nothing.
Yeah.
I got, which is blessing.
Hmm.
There's some cool shit being smell blind.
So are
I
you
didn't
saying
get
that?
affected.
Are you secretly saying that it was you who smelled like the onion?
Brother, it could have been me. 100%. I'm like, I think I said that to the to Erica Jasmine, Find My Figures ladies. I'm
Yep.
like, hey, if I smell awful, I am so sorry because I have no idea.
Oh, dude, when I go to cons, I come prepared. I have powder, I have wipes, I have like antibacterial, I have all the stuff in my bag.
Jeez.
It's just because like I know I'm gonna start sweating eventually, so you just have to make sure you're clean, you're smelling nice. I have cologne. I keep everything on me just because, like, I don't want to be that guy who smells bad. Especially with the fact that when you're trying to sell stuff, or like trying to network, no one's gonna want to talk to you if you smell bad.
I'll say this, that's smart, and I will
Yeah.
probably take those steps on the next one
Hmm.
because that's why I was apologizing to everybody Saturday because we I didn't get to shower Friday night after the flight. I showered
Oh, okay.
before, cool.
Yeah.
Deodorant, everything, little Axe body spray, great.
Yep.
But I couldn't due to some unfortunate series of events. I couldn't shower Friday, so I was like, okay, I'll do the hippie bath Saturday morning. Washcloth.
Yep.
Okay, I'm good. So we go to the hotel. The hotel, we're like, hey, when can we check in? They didn't have anything right away, but we got there at like, I don't know, 7 o'clock. So Jerk and I are sitting there like, well, when can we check in?
Hmm.
And they're like, check back at noon. Okay, well, spoiler alert, it ended up not being noon or 1
It was
or
like three,
2 or
3 o'clock.
3. It was post 3 o'clock. And I'm
Oh
like,
wow,
good God,
that's
man.
horrible.
So I didn't shower until Saturday night after everything was done.
Yeah. Yeah, so even Chris in the chat is also saying, don't forget the mouthwash. I mean, that's again another thing I have. I'm also very bougie too, so that's probably another issue. But
So
it's a
if you
different.
go camping, then you got the RV.
Like I'm the guy who's got like electronics. I need power.
I need power. That's with me, man. I'm like, I could go camping, or by the time I take all the shit that I want to take,
Hmm.
I'm just going to stay home. And I'll look at a video
Oh,
of the outside and call it good. Look, man, the sunlight, I'm not going out in that shit. Are you kidding me?
sparkling.
God damn. That causes
So,
cancer, guys.
another fun thing about going to cons is, especially like cons that have smaller hallways or like smaller walkways, is when you have a cart with you.
No, yeah.
That is so much fun because it pisses so many people off. And then you put a lot of stuff. Like I was at Legion's. My first con ever was Legion's Con 2022,
Yeah.
and people were using their arms to grab everything. I had like 4 or 5 boxes in a cart, and I was just wheeling the cart, and people gave me the ugliest looks.
Dude, okay, so now let's do this. So how would you say that cart is wider than a stroller?
Yes.
Because those strollers, brother, take up a
Yes.
lot of real estate.
Oh,
Holy
they do. They do.
shit.
100%.
And I want people to have fun. I want them to bring their children there. I
Mm.
get not having a babysitter if what is in that stroller has no idea what's going on. So yeah, at ZoloCon, I'm walking and everything stops because there are two people with strollers passing each other, and I'm like, this isn't gonna happen. Physically, now people that are over here shopping,
Have to
they
move
need
out
to
of the way.
move
Yeah.
because it's like the two samurai warriors on a bridge. And I'm like, guys, someone's gonna have to give ground. This isn't happening. And finally, one submitted and let the other one by. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, I think the worst, like at least hull, like length or width wise, I've seen was at Retro Toy Con. That was run
Yeah.
by Toy Federation. Though those aisles were small. Like I'm pretty sure I was harassed a few times by just walking in between people.
See, that's where my thing is with like
Yeah.
SDCC. I'm like, man, their aisles aren't that big and there's that many people. And from all the videos I've seen,
Hmm.
dude, that doesn't look like that's enough room to be rolling around in that son of a bitch.
Yeah. No. So that I mean that's always been the. I mean, but then you go to other cons too, where there's like plenty of space to walk around. Like Heroes Con, I've been to a few times,
Yeah.
and like what he's saying, I've seen people on coolers, just driving. Like they have like the little driving coolers, and they're sitting there like driving the little cooler. So that's been fun too.
I do, man. That's too much, brother. That's
It's
too much.
it's always an experience going to cons, like especially different ones, right? Like when you go to different cons, the first time is always the best. I feel like. Yeah.
Man, so far, like if I'm gonna say, I'll say yes because DFW was so much fun. Now that
Hmm.
wasn't the best con for toys. So for
Yeah.
me, the best con so far for toys has been ZoloCon. That's been
Zolo.
after DFW, which is G.I. Joe centric, right?
Yeah.
And then it was Terrificon. That wasn't toy centric. That was heavy comic books, which that's
Okay.
cool, but that's not what I was going for. I'm probably forgetting a show at this point, but yeah, ZoloCon for me has been the best show for fucking product. You know,
See,
that's
I've
what I want to go to.
yeah. I mean, it just. I mean, product wise, I mean, dude, I bought a shit ton at Joe Lanta. I think the most I've ever spent at a con was 5 grand on just toys. That's not including anything else. That's just toys, and that was Legion's Con 2022. I went a little crazy at that con.
Oh yeah, you're not kidding there. And then yeah, Scott, he's gaming the game. That's the Eddie Guerrero move, right? That's yeah, lie, cheat, and steal, man. And but the best part would be you do that right in the con. You drive up with your neck brace on that cooler, and then you see something you like, take that shit off, go over, start bullshitting, acting like fucking normal, and then Eddie Guerrero back on, wrap yourself up, and people are watching it. Doesn't matter. And drive off, do the same thing. But Abby, that's our time, brother.
Yeah.
We're 3 minutes over, man. That's all me just rumbling and ranting and doing Yo Joe Jerk after this Monday
Hey,
Night Rod.
thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
We
open
are
mic. You got to check out
open mic
Abby
tomorrow night, and
tomorrow
then
night.
Friday's the super mega. I forgot the name of it, but the super giveaway party.
Super mega giveaway.
Super mega
Gigantic.
giveaway. We'll have a lot of stuff to give away, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So yeah, everybody definitely. I'm gonna have to talk to my wife about date night and go, honey, maybe can we push date night to Saturday?
Maybe switch it to
Maybe.
Saturday because I mean, again,
Maybe.
you get a chance to win a dragonfly.
Listen, I've got another. Now I've got one, but
Yeah,
I could use two. No, I'll tell you
exactly.
right now. We'll go a little bit longer. It's that Bernice. Now I have a Bernice, but I don't have
Oh,
the LACC exclusive
yeah,
Bernice.
and that's my only one too. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
Bobby, if I won that and somebody watches this,
They're gonna be
hashtag
like,
rigged.
uh,
Because the odds of that happening, rigged. Few and far between. Anything else
I
coming
mean,
out you want to shout out real quick?
no, that's it right now. And then we're gonna just keep, hopefully YouTube unlocks me one day, and we'll release the members, and that'll be fun too because there's a lot of stuff planned for members.
Hell yeah, man.
I
Fight that
mean,
fight. And I know, Bobby, you and I are going to do this again because we talk all
oh
the
yeah,
time.
yeah, that's true. But yeah, again, thanks for having me on. This was a lot of fun, man.
Anytime better. It was a blast. I'll definitely
Yeah,
do it again. So chat, see ya. Go
take
to
care,
Mega
chat.
Powers. Check out this man and get on the big giveaway Friday.
Friday.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.